Welcome to Leading with Artivism. Leading with Artivism is a live monthly interview series created and curated by Poet Gold in collaboration with Arts Mid-Hudson, featuring a diverse mix of artivists, artist activists who have taken up the charge through their art to highlight social issues. We invite you to ask questions and get an inside look at the hearts and minds of these courageous creatives.
Welcome, everyone, to Leading with Artivism. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're experiencing a little technical difficulty, so I apologize for not having the sound. We're going to start all over and bring the video back up, and let's see if we can get the accompaniment for Bibiana's wonderful work. Wow, what beautiful work, Bibi. Welcome to Leading with Artivism. I'm so excited to have you here today. I know I've been trying to get you to do an interview with me for so long. And let me share with the folks out there a little bit about who you are. All right, and then we can begin the conversation. Bibiana Huang Matheis studied at the Maryland School of Art and Design at the Corcoran School of Art. She has been active in the arts since the late 1970s. Bibiana, her work has appeared in major exhibits and publication of all types in the United States and Europe, in New York City, Chicago, Berlin. Her work is also hanging on permanent display at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. Bibiana frequently combines installation art, collage, and photography, and she is currently involved in a series of long-term projects. She is the recipient of many awards, and she is a frequent panelist in art forums, including the Hudson Valley Museum of Modern Art, curating for the public 2017. And in 2019, she was an artist in residence at the Fresh Winds Art and Biennial in Iceland. And she is presently the co-founder and vice chair of the Inspiration Arts Group International. Bibiana has done so much, and I'm going to suggest to everyone that if you want to know more about Bibiana, please visit our website at Inspiration Arts Group International, and we'll post the link in the chat for everyone. But please visit, learn more about my friend Bibi, and welcome, Bibi.
Hi.
Hi, darling. How are you today?
Busy.
Busy? Yeah.
Busy.
I'm busy right with you. I know that feeling. We both have a full plate. Why don't I start here? I just want to tell folks how you and I met here in Poughkeepsie, New York, at the Mid-Hudson Heritage Center, formerly known as the Mid-Hudson Heritage Center Gallery. And Bibiana, I believe, had a portrait show there. And I walked in, and I think the first thing she said to me was, we didn't know each other. She said, I want to take pictures of your face. You know, and it's been love ever since. Ever since then, she curated a show at the I believe at the Aiken Museum, right?
Yes.
What was the name of that show? Meeting Past, right?
Meeting Past. Yeah, it's been several years with that show.
Yes, but that was a phenomenal space and a very, very unique show that you would put together as well. So let me start here. I'm going to start with what keeps you inspired?
What keep me inspired?
You know, like what keeps you going in creating art for yourself? And I'm not even speaking about how you inspire others. We're going to get to that. But just for you as a personal artist, what keeps you, because you're involved in photography, you know, you do paintings, what keeps you inspired as an artist?
Well, just happy to be alive every day. And get involved with so many creative people and the natures. You cannot help to not, create.
Being alive, right?
Being alive. And yeah, I would like to, keep other people inspired and keep the whole inspiration keep going. That's why we have this new group now, Inspiration Art Group International. And,
your art speaks to that. And we're going to take a look at some of Bibiana's artwork later on in the show. But I want to talk specifically about a project that you just finished with the Hammond Museum during COVID-19. I believe, for me personally, was one of the most instrumental projects out there in keeping artists inspired. During the whole pandemic, you brought people around the world together. What was your motivation behind creating that platform? Why did you do it?
Why not? Because we all individuals shut down in our home and say, I said, discovered Zoom. I said, we can do this. And a lot of people say, oh, by the way, investigate in it and stuff. This is in late March, 2 years ago. And I say, by the time people investigate on it, maybe the pandemic would be over with. Because that time I did not know how long it would be. So I just dive in the water, jump in the water and did it. And so many people respond, including you. You got to be our host, moderator. It just one thing lead to another organically. Every second just jam pack and to I believe that I think a few days before. Long, I said, oh, I need a moderator, so I call you and you know how hard people how hard it is to get her on the phone, and she actually answered the phone.
It's you, Bibi.
Yeah, answer the phone. I say, we're gonna do this. Need a moderator. Would you want to do it? She said, yes. And then that's just what happened. All the people say yes, yes, yes. We just saw the snowball. And
I think what fascinated me about one, I will honestly say, obviously none of us knew the pandemic was going to last 2 years. So I really just thought, oh, okay, I'm going to do this for Bibi, a couple of shows. And it just turned out to be a year-long event, but very rewarding and very enriching. What Bibi would do was why don't you tell us what you would do? Because you would design a muse every month.
Yes. And I give up a muse and with no explanation what topic and what it is. I just did an abstract painting and put it out there. It's sort of like fishermen put a bait in the net. And every month I get all this incredible artwork coming in. It was incredible. I'm the first one I get to see it. And the hardest job is to, edit it down or curate it.
Right.
Pull it together.
Right. But you uniquely was able to string these shows together every month. I was really fascinated by the fact too that you had this muse that you would just sort of throw out there. It was sort of like what I would say like a call of response. You throw this artwork out there, and then other artists and literally from around the world would respond with their art based upon what you put together.
Yes. And then it's amazing also is every month I only have 30 spots because we're allowed, and how many people come in with the same mind, the same vocabulary, the same input from their hearts.
Right. Yeah. But I could have sworn that a couple of times there were more than 30.
In the beginning I had more, I think, and then one time I did 39. And that time our technicians say, no, you can't do all that. We can't, we all need sleep.
You've touched so many artists, and someone asked, do you have any plans to bring all of the artists together? That I guess people are itching to do a huge show exhibit in the Hudson Valley. One of the viewers asked that question.
Oh yes, I'm working on it. And for this summer, it will be a big art expo called Address Earth. It's like how you fill up, address with colon Earth, and this is our home, all our home, and it will be in several different locations all along the Hudson Valley, and will be simultaneously all over the place. We have performance, music, theaters. And a few library will be participating there. So the librarians, and they're all getting books up about the environment for people to read. And, we have a discussion, poetry reading, so it will be fun. And people get to see different parts of Hudson Valley too.
So are you going to put out obviously a call for artists at some point soon?
Yes, it's already out there on our website.
Okay.
And yes, and I'm actually, you imparted the first project that we're going to kick off at the Hudson Valley Museum of Contemporary Art. The Rebirth Project, which you will be the poet, and we have a dancer and 2 artists, and I'm going to play the music.
Right. I believe those dates, the launch date is somewhere around June 10th or 11th at MoCA.
Yes, I
Hudson
believe
Valley
so.
MoCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have 4 performances.
Okay.
And hopefully the physical show will go after that right away. And let me look. Yeah, I believe opening on the 10th is a Friday, and a Saturday the 11th. And then will be the Saturday the 25th and the 26th.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to the Rebirth project. Can you tell our audience what the Rebirth project is?
Rebirth project is about forest that is vanished and gone and then rebirth again. That it's like nature's, coming back from the. We're working on it.
Right.
And we have the visual images already, and I'm gonna paint it. And now we're waiting for you to write the poem.
Yes,
and
yes, you are.
To it, and I can put it into music, and then the dancer can dance to it.
I have a hard deadline of April 9th, and it will be delivered.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So before we bring up your slides, I want to get into the Inspiration Art Group International. What's your vision there?
Well,
paint the picture.
It's about everything, and try to bring people in all ages, all kinds of people. We have no borders, no prejudice against everything, and just want to inspire people to create artwork, and I will show them in the best light. It's all about joy, hope, and inspiration.
So what drives you? What social issues or issue drive your artivism through your art? Go ahead, dear.
I think everything needs to be speak up to and protect and save, or to make the right things, the right stuff.
Is there an issue that that you feel very passionate about? I know sometimes as artists, some artists may be environmentalists, some may be, racial issues. Is there like a group? Not, you don't necessarily have to have one, but do you have like one in particular that's sort of like your pet, so to speak?
No, I do both.
Okay. And
last summer, and I carry a show in Connecticut. It's called US Us All. Spelled with USALL, with USA in blue and red and white. So that is all about racist in this time and country, and definitely I do a lot with the environment of the trees and waters and all the stuff and animal, and like the things you see behind me. There actually is going to be 25 of them. And elementary, they're going to have all different language written in piece and different endangered animals too.
Oh, wow. And where is that going to be?
It will be a year to finish that.
Okay.
Well, of course, what's going on with the Ukraine right now, I'm working. My next one is going to be Ukrainian, and it's the bluefin dolphin, tuna, bluefin dolphin. Yeah, so I just paint that one by one, sort of like alphabet block that children play with. So they're very childish.
Yes, that was a great visual. The alphabet block. You immediately took me back. I actually felt it.
It's a block, I paint on wooden block, unjustled. And just play with it, and then just want to get down to the basic elementary. We're all one piece, and they all have heart in there, of course, love, and we need to save all those animals.
How can people become artists, become a member of the Inspiration Art Group International?
Well, you go to our website, inspirationartgroup.org, and you can join. there's a lot of buttons and things like that to join.
And so
what kind of thing, and there's other program you can join too.
Is that the Art Women's at Work? What other programs can they join?
Yes, the Art Women at Work is under the umbrella of the Inspiration Art Group, and Art Women at Work we have that since 16 or 17 years ago. Mm-hmm. We continue going strong. We like to empower women's work, and we actually now is try to save the records, digitize the record, and archiving the women's work. And hopefully one day we will have a women's museum.
We're going to talk about that. I think I want to see if your slides are ready right now. Let's see if they are. Okay, fantastic.
Wow, look at the first one. You actually wrote a poem to that. So
yes, I did, and Bibi has insisted that I read it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share. This is actually from our collaboration, You Are My Blue, which we're going to have a new release of it, hopefully by the end of this year. But this piece is called Foundation for this particular photo. And the book consists of photos of Bibi's work tinted in blue. And so when I looked at this, all of the work is original. When I looked at this is what I got from it. The poem is called Foundation. There are 3. Something is out of place, but fits perfectly. A little right of center, awkwardly exhilarating, like a first date. We do our best to build on it, to create a solid foundation. Foundation 2. Stable. Love is not always. At any time, it can slide off a cliff, land in a precarious position, or become nestled in again, rebuilding a foundation. Foundation 3. Take me as I am, perhaps different from what has come before. There's no foundation without this belonging. So Bibiana's work I believe, can inspire almost anyone to draw, paint, take photos, or even write. Where did this piece come from, Bibi?
That is from the coast of Oregon, state of Oregon, on the coast. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you can't. I guess this picture is cropped. You can't really see the full pictures.
Yeah.
There's actually another heart on top of that one. It's great.
Can we see the next piece? Oh, I like this. You're consistent as far as there are hearts that show up in your work.
Yes.
You
have to put love in everything.
I love that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that is so that just resonates with you because you're a very giving human being. You've created so many platforms for women, and we're going to talk about your one of your largest visions, I think, that's for the future.
Yeah. For this image is right outside the Emmett Till place in Mississippi.
Okay.
It's that stop sign. See that stop sign?
Mm-hmm.
So many people go there and put bullet hole in there.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And this was taken a few years back. Even last year on the news, they even showing that a lot more people go there and shoot up the stop sign even more because the head crime.
Right. Heart at stop. We see the next piece.
And this is the call. Should turn off my phone. This is the call for art. This is kind of the muse that I do. And this is the muse I do for the May show coming up. And if you want to submit work for it, and that go to the March 27, you have a few days left.
Is this another group show? Is this the Inspiration Art group show?
Yes, this is a group show.
Okay. All right. So once again, the deadline is March 27th. So if
Yes.
people want to
Yes.
participate, make sure you send your work in. So
Yeah, we take 2Ds, 3D works, poetry, music, all kind.
Is there another piece? Oh, your heart piece.
Oh yes, that was last fall at the window at Hudson, and I did a whole installation with all this plastic that since the pandemic that I did not throw away, plus other people's plastic too.
And other people's plastic.
Yeah, and I made it this big heart, and I want to stuff. And I don't drink bottled water, so other people give me their bottled water in there. So that heart actually consists of 900 water bottles.
Wow. And
it's coming out. You can see on the end. Yeah. And
I'm guilty of drinking bottled water, and I hope I will change that actually. Go to the glass or some container to take my own water in. So I'm very conscious about it.
Yeah. So yes, I said, well, I do it for this plastic. So I paint them and draw on them and all that stuff. Yeah, that's on the Rockaway Beach in New York City. It's a 10 feet high heart that I built.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool. See those buildings across the street?
Mm-hmm.
They are housing. And one woman, she wrote to the newspaper, I never met her, that she just lost her sister. And then she went to the church. And when she come back, this heart is there. And that just gave her such a solid. I mean, it's incredible if you can touch one person, it's all worth it,
Absolutely. There's a piece that I wrote and some time ago, but one of the lines were, I may not be the person to change 1,000 lives, but if I can touch one that changed 1,000 lives, I've lived.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So how do you decide where a heart is needed?
Well, this one actually was part of the show They Rockaway. They invite me, and then I choose that. But a lot of time I do a lot of heart, and I take it to different places and put it there and show it there. And I think it's heart and love is needed everywhere.
Now, is this a permanent installation? No? Okay. No.
Yeah.
Is it still up there or no?
No. It's only there for from spring to end of the summer. I think from April to October, something like that.
Okay. It's beautiful. Is there another piece? Okay.
This is the piece that I did in Iceland, and still in Iceland now, is the background you see on the wall with black and white photo images. I printed out and paint them, and they are from the bayou of Louisiana. And we're losing about a football field of those trees, cypress trees, every 50 minutes, not even an hour. And it's just gone. And so Iceland doesn't have many trees. So I sort of invite the ghosts, the spirits of those two lost trees spirit come and join in that corner in the Iceland. And so those other spirits from Iceland, because they used to have birch trees.
Okay.
Like a spirits of the birch tree.
So when I visit Iceland, I'll be able to see this piece up close.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure where they have it right now. They might move from this exhibiting hall to a permanent place. I do not know where they put it now.
Okay.
But I'm going to create similar things like that for you to write your poem with. The Rebirth Project. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Right. You sent some of those photos. Someone's asking a question. Let me see. Because there is so much that needs love and attention. how do you not find yourself being overwhelmed by it all as you create?
Yeah, it's hard to do everything, but I do do a prayer every morning and every so often, just send love to all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like in beginning, I overwhelm. You have to list all these things. Now I just say to all.
Right. No, I understand
And then
that.
just go to everywhere, you know.
Right. Because
Everything.
no, you're right. Because when you're praying, there is so much. You'll be praying all day. You'll be in that.
Right, just so many things need love,
Right.
So you just concentrate what you can do each moment and each time and dates,
Right. Not to overwhelm yourself.
Right. So
no, go ahead, dear.
No.
I just want to before we talk about Address Earth, there is a question about art women at work. Is it connected to the gallery in Poughkeepsie? I don't believe so, right?
No, it's connected to the Inspiration Art Group.org. And then we have been doing shows in this area for the past 16 years.
So let's speak about Address Earth.
That's the call for the physical show.
Okay.
And you can go on there, submit your proposal and what you like to do, what your vision, and then I will do my best to find a space for you.
Okay.
Either it's a tiny little pictures or whole installations.
So you at that point, let me just back up a little bit. Is this the exhibit that's going to be at the field? Did you say field library?
No, the a lot of libraries and also
the
Hudson Valley Museum of Modern Art, where the Rebirth project you and I are going to do is going to be the opening of this.
Of Address Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
All yes.
Wonderful.
I'm looking for spaces and stuff from Westchester all the way up to Hudson, New York, and possibly someplace in Connecticut to just pull in people's work.
So if someone is willing to, volunteer a space, how are they going to let you know? Should they email you at what's your email?
Yes.
What's
please.
your email?
The email is inspiration Bibiana at inspirationartgroup.org. Okay,
this Bibiana at inspirationartgroup.org.
Mm-hmm.
So before we wrap up, I want to, because you said something to me the other day when we were traveling from Mocha, and I was, as they say, quietly moved because I find you to be such a force. You're so humble, and just so sincere in your endeavors and your drive, but not boastful. And it's really beautiful. And so speak to the project that you hope to have, that you spoke of, the museum.
Oh, you mean the Women's Museum?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Well, I believe, this is the month of March, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where women get to have show because it's month of March. And I always like to have a place that we can show women's work all the time, all year round, and being the main subject in the museum. And then just because all this work are good, I like to save them. So, so we are looking for a space, land between 5 and 10 acres to build a women's museum. And then people can come, where we have space for people to come with paints and stuff they can create. We put on theater, all kinds of stuff. And it will be great. And people come and contemplate. We'll have a memorial garden outside, and a labyrinth too, and all this stuff.
Right in the Hudson Valley.
Right in the Hudson Valley. So let me know. And I have a great architect, and it's behind me, and want to design this and build it. Will be a green building. Will be just great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great because it's a reflection of who you are, and you bring some really wonderful talent together through you being a vessel and through your artivism. So, Bibi, I love you, and
I love you too.
And I want to thank you for doing this. You know, thank you so much for being the woman for Women's Month that I wanted to have onto the show and let people know about who you are, what you're doing, and your heart. So thank you, Bibi. Thank you, everyone, for watching today, Leading with Artivism. Next month is Poetry Month, and we have Daniel Villegas coming on, a wonderful poet in the Hudson Valley who used to be part of a very popular poetry group and hip-hop group called the Rednecks Poetry Squad. Some of you may have heard of them. They've traveled the world, and Daniel is an educator in this field as well, a teaching artist in this field, and extremely talented. So make sure you tune in next month, the fourth Thursday of the month. I'm your host, Poet Gold. Bibi, I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.